Hey you guys, welcome back. If you guys are new, my name is Lauren and I'm a nurse that's here for all your science-backed skincare reviews, also with some makeup thrown in, but today's going to be strictly skincare and it's going to be a fun one because we'll be talking about my whole skincare routine, both nighttime, daytime. This will be a not really pregnancy focused. I'll tell you guys the products I'm leaving out now that I'm carrying a little one in my belly. And then also dry skin focused. I've had super dry skin recently, and also anti-aging focused. I'm 35, I'm entering my late 30s this year. So I'm focusing my routine on brightening and smoothing out the skin. I deal with a lot of melasma, especially being pregnant. Oh my gosh, it makes it even 10 times worse because of hormones. I'll insert a picture of how my skin is looking like today. You guys can see that I still have melasma, hyperpigmentation, some fine lines, but my biggest concern is my dark spots. That has been a journey. I'll insert the picture of my after picture. This is a year follow-up from that previous picture. The dark spots are still there. I definitely have some lightening, but it seems like my spots have definitely lightened around my mouth and overall just more evening out of my skin tone. I feel like my tone looks a little bit more brighter, a little bit more even, and just more like firm and smooth. I have some more dewiness in my skin. Maybe my moisture levels are a little bit better. So I feel like I've made some progress, but you guys can see my hyperpigmentation is still there. And that just goes to show you, I mean, you can spend loads of money on skincare and there's no magical product out there. It's definitely a journey, but I have some products that I have been loving, so I'll share them with you guys today. And yeah, we have a lot to get through, so I'm gonna fly through these products. I'll highlight the main ingredients, but you guys have heard me talk about the full ingredient list before, so I won't bore you with all the nitty-gritty details, but lots to get through. So I got my football shirt on today. I'm ready. Let's do this. Did you guys watch the game on Sunday night? I was kind of in and out of it. I was more so there for the commercials and the buffalo dip. It was not as fun this year. The Eagles were not in it. We had the crappiest season ever. There's always next year. But let me know if you guys watched, who you guys were rooting for, how your teams did this year. Super Bowl is always fun to watch. Let's be honest though, if our team's not in it, I'm just excited about the halftime show and all the funny commercials. Although I was a little disappointed by the commercials this year. The Will Ferrell commercial was probably the funniest. I love him. But yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like, meh. I wanted more of a game too. The Chiefs, what happened? I thought they were going to do so much better. It was like a low scoring game. Of course, Brady killed it, but we all knew that was going to happen. But yeah, let me know who you guys are rooting for. All right, but enough football talk. You guys aren't here for that. You're here for skincare. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. So let's start with nighttime cleansing first. So these days I'm not wearing, full face of makeup. I still wear sunscreen on a daily basis with a vitamin C. So usually I'm just reaching for more of a lightweight cleanser. And I have been loving this one by e.l.f. This is the Bounce Back Jelly Cleanser. This is a very hydrating cleanser for more of, it's not really a gel, it's definitely more of a jelly consistency. It's really fun to use. You get that like creamy jello-like, feeling on your skin, and it's really hydrating. It does the job. It's just like a lightweight cleanse, which I really appreciate. And my skin feels so hydrated after using this, and you can't beat the price, $6. So I was so impressed by this. I was using the Biossance Squalene and Elderberry cleanser for a while. This is also a jelly cleanser, but I actually found myself reaching for the e.l.f. more. This is a little bit less time consuming. This takes a while to emulsify and to kind of get off all your makeup. It does do a good job of breaking everything down, but it's just more of a process. I find that it's a little bit harder to rinse off. This does leave your skin also nice and hydrated. On my more dry days, I do reach for this, but honestly, for $6, I have been just going through this so quickly. I can't get enough. So yeah, this is the cleanser that I've been reaching for most. And now because my skin has been so dry, after I cleanse, even though my skin is still slightly damp, I still like to add an extra mist or essence. And this Youth to the People Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist is the one I've been reaching for the most. It's super hydrating. There's peptides in here. Just everything I want in a facial mist. It has a really lightweight sprayer as well. It's just like a burst of hydration. I love this. It's so refreshing. It's just nice to pack in some extra hydration. Now, obviously, you could just pack on the extra products while your skin is still damp. You're going to essentially get the same effect, but there's something about the hydration boost that I get from this that I love so much. Sorry guys, I am out of breath right now. I just ran upstairs to grab this. This is by my sink. Whew, I'm getting more and more winded these days. I'm 23 weeks and oh my gosh, I'm already huffing and puffing. This is bad. I don't know how I'm going to deliver with a mask on. How does anybody do that? I'm dreading that. But oh, all right, let me catch my breath a little bit. All right. But all right, next I'll reach for a serum. And usually my serum routine is I focus on exfoliating about 2 to 3 times a week. I'll reach for an AHA serum, and the rest of the week I'll just focus on moisturizing serums, you know, serums with peptides, anti-aging ingredients. So if I just want to focus my skin on brightening and hydrating the skin at night, I'll reach for the Dermatology Needleless Serum. I've been flying through this. I have to order another one. This is great. It's basically a niacinamide packed serum, so you're going to get brightening from this. But if anything, I just love the moisture I get from this. It's so silky on the skin. Oh my gosh, it feels like a luxury high-end serum. It's not super cheap. It's definitely on the pricier side. I think it's $69, I want to say. But it is worth it. And I've seen smoothing and firmness, but if anything, I just feel like my skin is like brighter and smoother from this. I will never be without this now. You guys know I'm an affiliate with them, but I will never steer you wrong with any of their products. There's a product that I haven't been getting along with. I'll talk about that soon. But this product I cannot get enough of. I love it so much. Anytime you use one of my dermatology links, you get 20% off, so I'll leave that down below. But yeah, I love this for just brightening and hydrating the skin. Another option that's half the price of this is this Beauty of Josiane serum. I love this. I talked about this in my Salvana haul. This also has niacinamide in here, but there's also propolis, so you're getting that anti-inflammatory effect from this. So if my skin is feeling compromised, I'll reach for this one instead because I get a little bit more calming from this one. The glow that this gives my skin the next day after using this, I love. I just cannot get enough. So yeah, these are my 2 moisturizing serums that I've been reaching for a ton. And now you guys know I've raved about Good Genes in the past. I love a lactic acid AHA because I feel like it's a little bit more gentle than glycolic. The molecule is a little bit larger, so you're gonna get some more moisture, but you still essentially get that same exfoliation factor. And especially now, since I haven't been using retinol, I'll talk about that in a sec, I want to reach for something that's also going to have that same, you know, renewal effect, that same brightening effect. So I've been using these exfoliating serums like 2 to 3 times a week. I'll reach for an AHA, and I've been trying out this Derma E Overnight Peel. This is essentially a lactic acid based serum, and it's really nice. It's not those same quick instantaneous results that I get from Good Genes. I'm still not giving up my Good Genes. I still love that stuff, but this is a great fragrance-free option, and it's obviously a lot cheaper. I feel like I'm definitely getting the exfoliation factor. I have not seen any lightening because of this in my hyperpigmentation, but I just feel like my skin feels smoother after using this, so I do feel like this is making a difference. So this is the AHA serum that I've been reaching for. I also just started using the Tatcha Dewy serum. I can't give a full review on this just yet. I kind of just started rotating these because the fact that here's the thing. So I was so confused by the claims on this because it says it has mild lactic acid in here, but yet lactic acid is not on the ingredient list. There's this Hidasi 3 complex, which is green tea, rice, and algae, and I guess they're saying the lactic acid is produced from the fermentation process from this ingredient. Let me read you. I did send Tatcha a DM, and I was basically just asking them why the lactic acid wasn't mentioned on the ingredient list. And their response was the fermentation process of the Hidasi 3 complex produces a mild lactic acid. It's very gentle and may be used twice a day with other exfoliating items like our rice polish or vitamin C brightening serum. So I'm like, all right, how much exfoliation am I really going to get from this? I was a little turned off by the fact that they're advertising the lactic acid, but there's no percentage listed. I don't think you're really getting much exfoliating from this, so I'll report back my final take on this, my final thoughts once I use this a little bit more. But I just wanted to mention that if you guys were thinking about picking this up because of the exfoliation factor, it's just more of a moisturizing serum in my eyes. So far, yeah, I have not replaced this with my other lactic acid serums that I really like. The jury's still out, but for right now, I'm saying that I'm not really sure if this is worth the $88 just yet. And after an exfoliating serum, I usually reach for an extra moisturizing serum just to pack in that hydration and just to seal in all those good actives. And I'm getting through this one by The Ordinary. This is the Matrixyl 10%. I have a little bit left, so I just wanted to finish this. I'm not entirely loving this. I still like the Buffet a lot better. The Buffet is their peptide serum that I've seen really great smoothing benefits from. This is good. It adds that extra hydration, that extra plumping factor, but I don't know. I feel like it's not as potent as the Buffet, but I just wanted to mention this because I had have been using that. And then after my serums, I'll obviously reach for my moisturizer. And you guys know I've been loving this one by Pharmacy. This is the Honey Halo Ultra Hydrating Ceramide Moisturizer. This is the perfect wintertime dry skin moisturizer for me. There is nothing like this. I am so happy I've discovered this. There's ceramides in here, so you're getting those like building blocks back into your skin with this. It just creates such a nice barrier to your skin, and it gives your skin so much hydration. It has this gorgeous buttery consistency that creates this like velvety occlusive layer on your skin that leaves your skin so dewy. My skin feels so soft and silky after using this. It seals in all your serums. I love this. I will definitely be repurchasing this. I have to soon because, oh, I'm getting down to the wire here. Now, with that said, after I get done this, I'll probably be reaching for my e.l.f. Nourishing Night Cream again. I talked about this in my drugstore favorites. I love this. This is so much better than the Holy Hydration Cream. Now, the big difference between the two, I mean, you're getting ceramides in here. You're not getting a ton of, there's really no actives in here. This is jojoba oil. I know one of you guys corrected me in my last video. I think it's a Philly thing. I think we just drop syllables when we say things. I think I usually say jojoba. Is that what I say? I think I do. But jojoba oil is contained in here. Also silicone, so you're getting also that occlusive moisturizing layer, but you're not getting like any actives, no peptides. But it's a great moisturizer for also packing in those serums, but it's not as hydrating as the Pharmacy Honey Halo. I wish I could say I was replacing this for this because this is so much cheaper, but I don't know. This is still pretty good. For $12, you can't beat it. You get really nice moisturization levels and it's not super heavy, so this is a great option as well. So I wanted to throw that in too, but oh man, this stuff is just so good. And then I reach for an exfoliating mask at least one time a week. These masks can be super strong, so you really have to be careful with overdoing them. This is by Paula's Choice. This is a 25% AHA and 2% BHA. This is a great option, especially if you've really gotten along with a TLC Baby Facial by Drunk Elephant. This is very similar, pretty much the same ingredient list, but this is more of a gel consistency. I feel like this is a little bit more moisturizing. I do feel like the Drunk Elephant, I get more brightening from that, but this is great. And if you only want to put out $39 at one time, great option. This is new from them. You're only getting 1 ounce of product, so essentially the price per ounce is pretty much the same. But I know, you know, I always look at that price and I'm like, okay, $39, I can handle that. Over $80 at once, it doesn't hurt the wallet as bad, but just keep that in mind. I feel like I talked about this being a dupe for Drunk Elephant in my last video. I don't want to steer anybody wrong. This is definitely not a dupe, but it has those same ingredients, but you're getting the same product per price, if that makes sense. So I use this about once a week and I have really been liking this. Now, before I was pregnant, I did use a retinol. I worked myself up to about 2 times a week, just over the counter. I haven't dived into prescription retinols just yet. I was getting some great results from a Paula's Choice retinol. I love that stuff. That's an awesome option if you have dry skin and you're just getting into the world of retinol. The reason why retinol is not recommended while pregnant, there has been connected defects to oral vitamin A's, and these are the vitamin A's that, you know, you can take for acne, like Accutane is one specific one, and we know a retinol is a form of vitamin A. So it's just not worth the chance. It's very unlikely that if you were using a topical retinoid that it's going to have any harm to your baby. Actually, with 2 of my pregnancies, I was using a retinol before I even knew I was pregnant, and I was scared to death, but my doctor reassured me. She's like, there's no connection between topical retinols. You just have to be, you know, you use them with caution. If some people actually still use them, everybody has to make their own decisions, but my doctor just has recommended against them. There's also some controversy with salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide. The thing with salicylic acid, so aspirin is made from essentially a salicate, and we know aspirin can thin our blood, so there's always risk to a baby if your blood's on the thinner side. So that is why some docs recommend against salicylic acid, but the likelihood that applying a topical salicylic acid to your skin is thinning staining your blood is so unlikely. And my doc said that the fact that, you know, these over-the-counter products usually only contain as high as a 2% concentration, it's most likely fine. Another important thing I wanted to mention, and hopefully this will ease some of your fears as well. I work in a very large NICU. We see a ton of different genetic syndromes, chromosomal deletions, babies with malformations. We see the worst of the worst. And in the maternal history, the doctors record a maternal history because, you know, knowing the maternal history helps us treat, and the doctors diagnose all these disorders. We see the gamut of things in maternal histories, but never once have I seen, you know, mom has used retinol during her pregnancy, or mom used salicylic acid, or I've never even heard a doctor question a parent about what skincare they use during their pregnancy, because the fact is there's just no proven causative factor. There's no link between skincare and birth defects. There just isn't. So I hope that relieves some of your fears as well. You just have to use retinol with caution and listen to your doctor's recommendations. We just don't have data out there for skincare and pregnancy, unfortunately. It's so scary because you want to do everything right during your pregnancy. I mean, I have been there. I've gone through miscarriages. You're just so scared. Everything you put into your body, on your body, you think twice about, but I just want to ease your fears a little bit. There's really nothing topical that has been linked to birth defects, but just stay away from retinols. That is probably the big no-no. Just better safe than sorry. All right, then getting on to daytime. I rarely wash my face during the day unless overnight, if I feel like I packed on a ton of skincare, if I have like pilling or flaking on my face in the morning, if I feel like my face is a little greasy, sometimes I'll wash my face, but usually, honestly, I just splash my face with some cold water, and then I'll reach for a vitamin C. And if I'm home, I've been reaching for the Supergoop Daily Dose of Vitamin C with SPF. I thought this was such a brilliant product. I mean, the fact that I could reach for one product and I get my SPF and my vitamin C, I'm like, yes, I'm all about it. Now, I like this. I like the glow this gives. I like that this gives me SPF of 40 protection, but you're getting a vitamin C derivative in here, so you're not getting that full brightening effect. There are some promising studies on derivatives and brightening, but there's not as much evidence as with true L-ascorbic acid. So I really only reach for this if I'm at home, if I don't feel like I need like heavy hydration that day, if I don't need full SPF coverage, I'll reach for this. But honestly, I don't know if I'll repurchase this. I like it. I think it's a cool idea, but I still love my Timeless Vitamin C so much. This is like a true, almost like a facial oil going onto the skin. It's pleasant to use, and I just feel like I'm getting more results from this. But I like this if I'm just, you know, in a hurry in the morning, I just want to throw something on. But typically I'll reach for my Timeless Vitamin C, and then I'll follow it up with my SPF. And the sunscreen I've been using is this Can Make Mermaid Skin Gel. This is an SPF of 50. This is by a Japanese brand. I cannot get enough of this. This is a beautiful consistency, such a nice SPF. Oh my gosh, I can't get enough. I've heard so many people recommend this, and I don't know what took me so long to hop on this train, but I really love this so much. You're definitely not getting it for the price per your money. I feel like the Dermatology is pretty much comparable to this one, but I just wanted to mention this because this is what I've been reaching for, and I wanted to use this up. I have, is this like, I think it's about 1 ounce. It's a very small bottle, so I think I'll get through this pretty quickly, but I really love this. You can get that on Amazon, on Stylevana, but look at this glow. I just love it so much. Like so pretty. It gives that moisturizing look. There's no white cast. Sits beautifully underneath makeup by itself. It's so nice. I'm still using my Dermatology SPFs as well. You guys saw in my ARC video, I've been combining my ARC Samantha Ravindell highlight with the what is it, the regular broad spectrum one by Dermatology. Such a beautiful combo. So that is one of my favorites as well. But I wanted to use this up. There's not much left, I don't think. This is a very small bottle. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they do make bigger bottles of this or bigger tubes, but I've really been loving this. Now, if I need some extra moisturizer throughout the day, I have been really liking the Summer Fridays Cloud Dew Oil-Free Gel Cream. I was so impressed by this. This is like a jelly, almost a cross between a gel and a cream. It's so beautiful on the skin. It's packed with amino acids, great for building up those building blocks of the skin, keeping that skin barrier intact and healthy. I love this. So if I want some extra moisture throughout the day, I'll put this on. You just have to be careful because your moisturizer can dilute down your SPF. So what I have to do is, you know, apply this in the morning, wait till this really dries down, and then I'll pack on my SPF on top of it. But it's a great daytime moisturizer. Even at night I can use this. It's enough moisture for me, although right now my skin is on the dry side because of winter time. I just like a heavier moisturizer these days, but for somebody with dry skin, I was super impressed by this Cloud Dew Cream. I'm so excited about this. Let me know if you guys have tried this out. I think it's getting pretty good reviews, and I hear everybody's comparing it to the Clinique Moisture Surge, which I know is like a cult favorite product. So great, and the price is pretty good for a Sephora moisturizer at $42. So yeah, that's been my daytime moisturizer if I need some extra moisture. But all right, that is the end of my daytime and nighttime skincare routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below what your favorite skincare products have been. What's been like your staple in your skincare routine? What product cannot you not be without these days? I'd love to know. But yeah, that does it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Okay.